YouTube? It's your boy, the Network, back with another live stream, and today we are doing, what was this again? Oh, I don't know, resume. We are doing iOS upgrades today. So basically, we're going to upgrade the software on our devices. The lab calls for, what do they call for? An upgrade on the, looks like a router. So let me give it some time for some people to log in. If this is your first time tuning in, this is the book where we get most of the labs from. Well, pretty much all the labs so far. It's called 101 Labs, Cisco CCNA version 4. You can get a copy of this from 101labs.net. I sound like a damn robot because I say this over and over and over and over and over again, right? It's authored by Paul Browning and Farai Tafa. Experts agree that we retain only 10% of what we read, but 90% of what we do. That's why I love this book, because it gives us something to do hands-on, you know? We can read the theory all day you want, but I don't know about you, but like I'll read a book and like my reading comprehension is terrible, you know? Like 15 minutes later, I'll forget what I just read. So this, it sticks in my head when I, you know, do this stuff hands-on. So anyways, let's go ahead and let me give it a couple minutes for some people to chime in. Shout out to Dover, bro, in the chat room over there. I see you, Dave W. Salute. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Y'all run me with that like button if y'all like what y'all see so far, even though we ain't done shit yet. But let me go ahead and drag, and let me at least get the topology going here. I'm gonna go with a laptop today, since I'm always upgrading iOS's with my laptop at work. So drag and drop one laptop and take that back, because it's gonna be coming from a server. So no, we're not gonna do it with a laptop. You know what? Nah, yeah, because I don't want to make it too confusing. So we'll do one server. How they got it from left to right? Y'all know I like to follow the book to a T. Yeah, one server. Come on, man. Move that bad boy over. And one router. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to upgrade. What do I want to upgrade today? I want to do the 4321. Hopefully they got the other iOSs in here. So more than one iOS is in here. Now, I'm not using real hardware today. You know, y'all know I have a physical rack with routers and switches and tigers, lions and tigers and bears on mine. But I don't want to do that because this is a lot more accessible and easy for you to set up and learn when you do it with Packet Tracer, right? This is a free application. I'll leave a link in the description or in the chat room if you guys haven't used it yet before, or if you don't have it, or if you don't know anything about it. Cisco Packet Tracer, which is this link right here. Boop. You could easily Google it, but I'm just gonna send it to y'all anyway. You just gotta enroll for this one course. You ain't gotta take the course, but you just enroll for the course, and then you can get the application. Now, I don't want to use my real hardware, because you would have to obviously have the physical devices, which I'm pretty sure some of you may or may not have. And you also need an FTP or TFTP software. So like in my case, I run on my hardware or on my computer, I run TFTPD. This is one application you can use. You can use SolarWinds TFTP server. There's a bunch of free TFTP server applications that are out there, or FTP server applications that are out there. But, you know, for us to set this up, have it talk to our hardware, and then get the iOS to put it, it's a lot, it's too much. It is easy. I mean, you could set it up. I could do that, but this will be a lot more easier for you guys to set up. So that's why I'm doing it using Packet Tracer. Y'all know I love that application, but, you know, I ain't gonna say I've outgrown it, but y'all know how limited, as you've seen in the last live stream, how limited Packet Tracer can be. So that is the link for the Packet Tracer if you guys are just following along. I will also leave a link to the Discord server in case you guys want to hit me up afterwards, or if you got any questions or anything like that, or you want to hear me talk more shit. Actually, that's not it right there. I made a mistake and put a period there. It is actually that right there. That is the link for the Discord server. So make sure y'all follow us on the Discord server and stuff like that. We got the Fat Finger Squad in the building. Y'all know. For those of you who don't know, the reason why we call the Fat Finger Squad, or my guys over there in the chat room, is because there's been some streams where, you know, I'm sitting here trying to explain something, I'm trying to work on something, and then, you know, I try to ping it, or, you know, try to make sure that everything is working, and it's not working. And I'm sitting here trying to troubleshoot, trying to figure out what's going on, and yes, I made a mistake. And we call it a fat finger, obviously, because you probably pushed 2 buttons by mistake, and that's the reason why we call ourselves a Fat Finger Squad. So, just a little history behind this channel. So, let's go ahead and I'm gonna still give it a little bit of time. Y'all know I like to, give it a little bit of time, just like 10 minutes, because I've been noticing, like, I've been getting, not everybody tunes in right at 8 o'clock. We got Lee McMillan in the building. Shout out to Lee. Appreciate you for tuning in. You helped a lot on the last live stream. I need to do some more. I need to do some more policy maps and service policies and what else? Class maps and all of that. Today I was practicing that using Boston NetSim. That's what I was doing today. I was trying to make, it's like exercising, man. You got to practice the stuff, man. I was trying to practice some NAT today, though. I didn't do any class maps or policy maps today. That shit had my head spinning yesterday. Y'all remember? I was fumbling through that lab. Anywho, I guess that's all we're gonna. Let's go ahead and cable these bad boys up, right? Unlike devices, we use a straight through, right? We use a straight through cable for this. FA00 to that guy right there. 000. So go ahead and cable those bad boys up. I'm gonna put some labels just in case somebody tunes in real late, so that way they can catch up immediately. So I'm gonna place that note. This guy is obviously server 1, and his IP address is, and in case you guys have the book, hopefully you do, it is page number 344, lab number 77, performing an iOS upgrade. The objective is for us to learn and obviously upgrade an iOS. Make sure that you know how to upgrade iOS code in your Cisco device is one of the most important things. Yes, basically, they ain't really telling us nothing. So, y'all know the software that runs on the routers and the switches and even firewalls and wireless controllers and stuff like that, they have the iOS code on it, right? ASAs and stuff like that. They have different codes, but is basically the software that runs on it, right? Well, sometimes they upgrade. They come out with a new release, right? Maybe there's some bugs in the last version, or maybe there's some new features on the new version, so you need to upgrade, right? And that's what we're gonna do. Thing is, you can either upgrade by just, let's see if I got one here. Yeah, you could just, the easiest way is to just put it on a thumb drive, right? And nowadays, a lot of these devices, network devices, have a USB port, right? So take the iOS from the Cisco's website, put it on a USB port or a USB drive, and pop it into the to the device, whether it's the router, or the switch, or the firewall, or whatever, and then you can copy it from the USB. However, this lab calls it for us to get the file from the FTP server or TFTP, depending on which one. Today, right now, we're doing I believe the TFTP first. No, we do FTP first. TFTP first, my bad. We do TFTP first. And then we take the file, grab the file, copy it onto here. Then we have to set the boot command and all of that to make sure it points to the new iOS. And then we got to reboot the router. And then from there, it'll be upgraded to the newest version. And that is what that's the basic process of upgrading the iOS, right? So task 1 was to configure the host names or router 1. Y'all remember how to do that, obviously, right? If not, then just follow along. I didn't do let's see, this guy's 192.168.1.2/24, right? That's what he is. Let me pull him over. That's what he is. Let me zoom in for y'all so y'all can see this pretty good, right? Y'all let me know if y'all got any questions or anything like that. What else we got on the agenda today? I don't think anything newsworthy today. At least not anything that caught my eye. I tried to stay busy working today, so just move these guys over like that. Zoom in. All right, so that is that guy. He is obviously, I'm gonna name him server 1 because that's what the book said, right? And he is obviously gonna be router 1, and his IP address is 192.168. This is just for the people that are just tuning in, stuff like that, so that way they can get caught up real quick and they can follow along. Y'all know, like I said in the last video, Don't try to, like, I used to do that too. Just play CBT Nuggets in the background, or play Pluralsight video in the background, hoping I'll catch some of that information while I'm working and stuff like that. You're not really learning, man. So I'm hoping that you guys download a packet tracer, or you have EVNG or GNS3 or whatever, and you're following along, so actually you can actually learn this stuff, right? So we're gonna go into router 1. Zoom in, right? This is the 4321 router. Let's go into the CLI. And obviously there's no settings there. They said they wanted to change the host name on that guy, right? Let me pull him up some. You tripping, man. You tripping, man. Come on, lad. Come on, lad. You're not gonna I wanted him to so that way y'all can see the bottom, but I made it, I guess I made it a little too big for those guys in the last stream because they were using a phone. But I think that should be it right there, right? So, okay, so we're going to click no there because we always configure our stuff manually, right? His host name is R1, right? Let me know if I'm going too fast, whatever, because somebody in the last stream said I was typing too fast. I don't know if they weren't really making fun of me, but they just was like, damn, man, you type fast, bro. So we're going to configure this IP address. Task 2, configure the IP addresses on the GI00 interface. So we just change that IP address, right? Right now, it doesn't have an IP address, right? We go to interface GI000. Your interfaces might be different if you're using a different router. Address is 192.168.1.1. Oh, we got to put the subnet mask, which is 255.255.255.0. How could you forget that, right? By default, the interfaces are shut down. We will bring it up. Notice it turned green, right? So now it's up. Task number 3. We only got 4 tasks, man. This should be really easy. We should be able to knock this one out in like 10 minutes and go on to the next one, man. Maybe even add a third lab to this. Task 3. This is the important one right here. Copy the iOS file. Usually the iOS files end in a .bin. So it's a .bin file, right? The .bin image from server 1, this guy right here, to router 1's flash memory, right? So you can put the iOS onto the flash memory. Here's back in the day, see, this is why I like hardware too. You ain't gonna pull this out of GNS3. This is the flash drive that you can actually copy. When you copy the files onto it, you copy it onto this little like CF card, or they call it compact flash, right? But nowadays they're done internally, so you know you ain't got to worry about shit like this, right? Because this has only got 128 megabytes right here, right? But that's just one example. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy the iOS to the internal flash of this router right here. So we go to this guy right here. We'll see. He probably ain't got no flash, but you can see he got the USB port right there. If we had the file, if we had it on a computer, we could pop this into our laptop, put the iOS file on it, and then pop it into this router right here and run these commands and do it easily. But they just want us to do it via TFTP in this case, right? So we're gonna go to CLI, and it says here, copy the iOS file from server 1, which is this guy right there, to router 1's flash memory using the TFTP protocol. So we could either use TFTP or FTP. The only difference is they use different port numbers. TFTP stands for Trivial File Transfer Protocol. So it's trivial. It's not as robust, or I don't think it's secure. I can't remember if it's secure versus TFTP. I can't remember which one is which. But yeah, they use different port numbers. TFTP stands for Trivial File Transfer Protocol. What else? FTP, you have to put a username and password before you can get the information from the server. TFTP, you don't need a username and password. Let me put up a comparison chart real quick, just so we could, for the sake of a lecture here, difference between the two. I guess I should have had this prepared, but here we go right here. There we go. TFTP versus FTP, right? Because we're gonna do FTP in the next lab. Right? Right now, they want us to do TFTP, right? It's Trivial File Transfer Protocol. Obviously, they use different port numbers. TCP 21 and 20. TFTP uses UDP, port number 69. TCP uses transport layer. They both use transport layer because we're transporting information. That's why they call it transport layer protocol. FTP supports authentication, so you got to put username and password. TFTP doesn't. That's why they're not asking for the username and password in this one. Robust control commands. This is simple control commands. That's why they call it trivial. It's simple. So on and so forth. Rest of this shit, if y'all want it, I will leave a link in the description below. This is from IPEase.com. Shout out to them. That's a pretty good site. Except they always watermark their shit, so it's all good though. Just for from further reading after this stream here, right? Okay, so where were we at here? Close this, minimize that bad boy. So they wanted us to, we need to configure this server. We need to give him that IP address for one. He's 1.2, right? Right? He's 1.1, and he's going to be 1.2. So let's go ahead and configure him. We go to the desktop, IP config. He is 192 dot. This is an invalid address. My bad, because I'm fat fingering. Fat Finger Squad. Shout out to Fat Finger Squad in the building. Y'all remove that like button. 192.168.1.2. Right? Tab over. That is correct. He ain't got no default gateway. We ain't got to worry about all that stuff. Right? What else we needed to do here? The TFTP. So we got to go to the services, right? So this is a server. We go to the services. What server service we going to do? FTP or TFTP? Well, we said this is the TFTP lab, right? So we go to there. We got to make sure it's on. It is on. And then we need to go to, what router is this? We have all of these images that are on the router. I mean, on the server. We got all of these images, right? We need to make sure we put the correct image for this router. And believe it or not, yes, I've done this a couple times where I put the wrong image or one that looks like it is like, it looks like it's supported by it, like, but it got to be the exact number. All this shit means something, like the release number, you know, the version number, all this stuff right here, the model number of the iOS. The K9 means it supports encryption and it's a security version of the iOS. So you got to make sure it's the exact one. You got to go to the Cisco's website to make sure. You would think, okay, well, I have a 2800 router. You drag and drop it. You see that 2800 and you just drop it on there and it'd be like, it doesn't support this. You'd be like, what? It got to be the exact one. Make sure. Man, I can't even stress this enough. I don't know how many times I done crashed a router. Matter of fact, I did it like either last week or the week before. I tried to upgrade iOS on a switch. It was a Catalyst 4509 or 4506. I can't remember. But anyways, I set it to reboot at like 10 o'clock at night, right? And I waited. I did my live stream at 8 o'clock, and I was about to go to bed. And I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot. I rebooted that one router to see if it upgraded." Went on my laptop or went on my phone, and I saw it did not come back up because I didn't set the boot statement correct. Is what happened there, but it was the right iOS. I just didn't set the boot statement correctly. But anyways, I've done it before where I thought it worked for it, and it didn't. So make sure it's the correct one. So how can we tell? You go to the Cisco website or this is Packet Tracer. They only put the ones that's supported by the versions of routers and switches that they have on here. So what he said here, I believe TFTP cannot even search folders and directories. So you got to put the whole exact file name. Yes, that's correct. That's correct. So you got to put the folder, all that. So but this doesn't really have a real long directory, so it's going to be really easy to find. Basically, the command to do it is just think of the letter or an envelope, right? From and to, right? You got the from on the left-hand side. You're going to put that down first, right? And then to on the bottom right of a letter, right? So you're going to copy, just remember this, right? Copy from, where you're going to copy it from, in this case, the iOS, the server, to what? To the router's flash. So copy from and to. From and to. That's how I remember the syntax for it, right? So in this case, we did the let's make sure that it is up to show IP interface brief. Let's make sure we can ping the router too. That's another thing you want to do. Make sure you got some basic connectivity. Pray to the network gods. Come on, buddy. We got 80%. So we're good there, right? It says you can use the free TFTP server or use Packet Tracer for this lab, which is built in. So it is built in. Go back to the server. We said we're going to go to TFTP. It is on. We need to make sure we have the correct image. Well, there's like hundreds of images in here. Let's make sure we got the correct one, right? So let's go here. What we want to do is go to show version, right? We type in show version. We can see which one we're running so far. What are we running so far? So far, we are running the iOS version... right there, the ISR 4300 universal K9 image, right? ISR 4300. That's the model number, right? But again, don't just think, okay, ISR 4300 and just copy it over. No, make sure it is okay. So yes, I want the K9 image. This is the one that supports encryption, and then I believe one is like, I forgot what they call it, the train. One is like the release number, and one is like the version number. That they like, all this shit means something. If you really want to know what it is, just go to Cisco's website and you'll see. But I don't think Cisco gonna ask you a question like that on the CCNA exam. But anyways, so the version that we're actually running, that's what is booted up, right? It's located in the boot flash. It is actually, this is the one we're running right here, version 3.16.5S. So extended support release, and the actual, so yeah, this is an ISR 4300. So being that we know that we don't have every single iOS on here, we know it's gonna be ISR 4300. Let's see, do we have the newer version on there? I don't think they have it on here, do they? So I might have to get another router, because otherwise it would have been in here. ISR 4300. Nope. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. Instead of doing that router, let's do another router. Let's do, we know we got a bunch of 2800s. Let's do a 2800 router. Yeah, see, I grabbed the ISR. I thought they would have had a newer version on here. You would think. So let's do that. I'm gonna do this. Hopefully you guys didn't grab the 4321 router. Let's do that. I'm gonna get rid of this guy, and I'm gonna make sure we're gonna change his host name and IP address. That's what we're gonna do there, right? So let's get rid of this guy. We need a 2800. 2800. Where we at? Come on, man. I believe this guy right here is a 20. He supports the 2800. Let's power him on. Let's verify. He is the 20. Where he at? He's loading up. We're going to call him router 1 again, and then change his IP address. But he's the 2800 router. That's what I should have grabbed in the first place. I thought they would have had the newest one. I just like that router. That's why. But notice it's running version 12. The newer one obviously is going to be version 15. So, and we can see we got the old one and the new one on here, right? Right. The old one was the 2800 version 12 right there. We're going to upgrade it to version 15. That's what we're going to do. So we do have both versions on here. Notice this is also 2800. That's also 2800. How you know which one you need? Well, that just depends on what features you need. The K9 means security. This is just IP based, so basic, you know, IP services and stuff like that. This is advanced IP services. So this might have like VPN services and you know, like just a whole bunch of crap, man. I can't remember it off the top of my head. Jesus Christ, man. Just give me cut me some slack here. So yeah, let's go ahead and power this bad boy on. Change him to router 1 and replace the other guy. So we're doing a quick upgrade right here, right? R1. Y'all let me know if y'all grabbed a good router. His interface is, what was his interface? Do show IP interface. Brief. And in case anybody's just now tuning in, now they can follow along, right? Because I got to do this over again. And that's what I'm noticing when I make a mistake. I'm like, shit, I got to do this over again. So anybody that wasn't paying attention can catch up now. Or if they just tuned in. His IP address is 192.168.1.1. Subnet mask of /24. No shut that bad boy, right? And then let's go ahead and delete this guy right here. Bloop, bloop. And call him, bloop, bloop, router 1. Plug him up. Bloop. Bloop. Come on, man. Come on, Vlad. Come on, Vlad. Y'all know where that's from? All right, so router 1 to server 1. Y'all with me so far? Pete said, are there router models in Packet Tracer that you use every day, or do you use newer models? Good question, Pete. I like your questions, Pete. Pete, you just be challenging me, not challenging me, but you just be asking the right questions. This 2800 router I actually own. I have a 2800 router, this exact model right here. Do not deal with this at work. Nope, I do not. The 4321, that other one that I dragged and dropped on here by mistake, that guy, we had a whole bunch of them remote sites at my old job when I used to work in the hospital system. So we had that model. What else they got in here? What other? Let me see what else they had in here. 1941. I don't. I own a 1841. So I have the 1841 router. There it is. This guy right here. I own that one. What else? As far as switches go, I used to have a 2960. Got rid of that. The 3650s. Oh my God, we had so many of them in the hospital system. Had that at my old job. We got some 29. What do we have? Yeah, we have some 2960Xs at my new job. So yeah, a lot of these devices we do have, but this specific router model right here, no, I don't. This is a pretty old model. As you can see, they have it running version 12, and we're gonna go ahead and upgrade that. But let's go ahead and do that, right? So we said, let's verify that with let's see if we can ping the server, right? Damn, I thought we was gonna do this quickly, man. There was only 4 tasks, 192.168.1.2. Come on, buddy. Okay, we got 80%, so we do have basic net connectivity. So version. He is running version 12 right there. Boom, right? Release software FC1, right? So, and that is the file name for it right there, the old version, right? So let's go ahead and do what they asked us to do. They said to get the file from server 1. What y'all came to do. What NetworkBruh been waiting on for the past 25 minutes, right? So what we're gonna do is, remember I said it's from where you're doing it from, and then to where, right? So in this case, copy from what? We're gonna question mark, right? We're gonna copy from TFTP, right? So we're gonna say TFTP, and then it's gonna ask us copy to what? No, we have to put the IP address of what the TFTP server is. In this case, sometimes you got to put two slashes like that, and then the IP address. It depends on the iOS, I think, if I remember. So I'm gonna put 2 slashes because that's what I typically do at work. 192.168.1.2, right? You put you would typically, oh yeah, from here, what are we copying from that device? We are copying this file. So now we have to put the name of the file. So desktop, my bad. We got to go to services, TFTP, right? And what was the name of the file? It was not the version 12 one. We're going to go with the version 15 one. But do we want the advanced IP services or the IP base or the IP base K9? Let's see. What are we running right now? Right now we are running the advanced IP services. So let's upgrade to the advanced IP services version 15, which is located advanced IP version 15. That guy right there, right? 2800. Hopefully this don't crash, and it cooperates. So yeah, it does look like it's the right one. C2800NM, right? They wouldn't put that much stuff in here, even though they did have a lot. So I'm gonna copy. I hope I copied it. Control C. You might have to Control C, or you could just type in the whole thing, right? But I've done it where like it won't go because and it's case sensitive and all of that. So I'm gonna paste that bad boy. Let's see, did he copy it? Yes, he did. So copy from what? TFTP, the IP address, / the name of the file. And then space, we're going to say to what? Question mark. Where is he at? Supposed to say copy TFTP flash. Come on, man. He's supposed to do, you know what? Maybe because you can't even put those slashes on there. Let's do this. Let's get rid of those 2 slashes. Copy TFTP. That is all he wanted. Right? So copy TFTP. And then 192.168.1.2. It should have been 1 flash though. 1 slash. And then the name of the file, which is this guy right there. Unless they do it differently on here. See, don't even recognize it. It's supposed to be copy TFTP, the IP address of the server, and then the iOS name to what? To flash. Then you put in flash like this. And that is not working. So what you could also do, if you don't know the commands by heart, you just copy, right? Copy, right? And then TFTP. Once you do that, you press enter. You should have a wizard, but Packet Tracer doesn't support that. Interestingly enough. Let's see here. Copy TFTP. Come on, man. I guess they don't put the IP address on here. Let's just put that right there and see what happens. It don't even like that. This is not how it's supposed to work. Copy TFTP. It says copy to flash file system. No, that's not what you're supposed to do. I should do it on a real router, but I don't know if they just remove some of the commands. Let's see, and this is why I like this book. Let's see how they did it on here. They did it exactly how I said you're supposed to do it. Copy TFTP : and then 2 slashes, and then the name of the host name. Just like this right here. That's exactly how I did it. But it could be because this is a limited packet tracer feature. I don't know. Let's do that. Let's just say copy TFTP and see what happens. Because I did do that. Unbelievable. Copy Come on, packet tracer. TFTP. See, and then even if you press, I'll even show y'all just in case y'all don't believe me. Let me power these bad boys on. You press enter and it's supposed to give you a wizard, and it'll tell you. He said, "Yeah, packet tracer has strange commands." Yeah, but it should at least. I remember you being able to do, being able to copy via TFTP on packet tracer. So that's interesting. Let's see. We're gonna get through this, y'all. Let's see. Copy. Yep. Copy from TFTP. And then you put the name of the file. You're supposed to put the IP address and then the name of the file, but I don't know why Packet Tracer doesn't like it. Let's see. Yeah, there's not. The book is gonna. Susan. Yeah, in the video he used Packet Tracer too. So copy TFTP. That's what you're saying? That don't make no sense, man. Flash, man. Okay, we'll go with that. The address of the host is 192.168.1. Y'all follow what Johnny Nieves said if you're using Packet Tracer, but that don't make no sense because typically you're supposed to be able to put the IP address and the name of the file you're trying to copy over. So, that's weird. I thought Packet Tracer supported all of that. So anyways, if you do it this way, it'll give you like a wizard, just like what I was expecting to see and what Johnny helped us out with here. So, yeah, we'll try it. We'll go ahead and try it this way, man, just like you said. So, the name of the remote host or the IP address is this guy right here, 192.168.1.2, right? So he's 1.2. And who did I ping? I did ping 1.2, didn't I? Let me make sure. Yeah, I pinged 1.2. You press enter and he's gonna ask you the source file name. See, this I thought you would be able to. So maybe Packet Tracer. Y'all let me know if anybody is using same way on real routers. Yes, exactly. In production networks, it is copy. Yeah, that's exactly how I tried to do it, Paul. I appreciate you for at least supporting me and realizing I was doing it the right way. That way somebody coming in here like, NetworkBruh, this dude don't know what the hell he's doing. So that is how you're supposed to do it. What Paul said and what Johnny said. I'm assuming that's the only way you can do it on Packet Tracer. Can you guys let me know if you can do it the other way? If you're using Packet Tracer, can you do it the long way like Paul B just mentioned? So source file name, which is the name of that we're trying to grab, this guy right here, right? We press enter. What's the destination file name? It's asking you, do you want to save it the same thing? Press enter and it should theoretically copy it, but let's see. Pray to the network guys, press enter, and it's copying the file over. So, oh Jesus, I you know, and I was gonna do that too. Believe it or not, yes, I was, Johnny. But I just was like, nah, that's not. Oh, notice, I'm glad this happened too. Not enough space on the device. So guess what? We're going to have to delete a file before we copy it over. So we tried to copy version 15 on here, but we don't have enough space. So yes, we can delete the file while it's running. It'll keep running though. So let's do dir flash so we can see what's on the directory, right? Right now we've got all of these files that are in here. So we don't have enough space for that file. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to delete the old version, which is this guy right here, version 12. We're gonna copy that, and we're gonna say delete flash. What's the name of the file we want to delete from? This guy right here. Remember, from and then to, paste, enter. Come on, man. Delete flash, and then did I copy that correct one? I sure did. Let's just do delete flash by itself. Maybe that's why it doesn't support that either. Delete flash, what? The name of the file. Oh my God. So I guess Packet Tracer again is limited with its commands. I should have done this on a real device. This is why I like using hardware, y'all. I can't wait till we get to the CCNP book. That way we're not fucking with Packet Tracer no more. Got me in here a little bit looking like an idiot. Press enter. It's asking us to delete flash from this. Do you want to delete this? Confirm. You press enter, and it deleted it. Right. We'll confirm it with dir flash. Right. Tab over, and we'll see. Now we've got a lot more space on here. Right, so now we should be able to copy that file that we try to get from the server, right? Both ways work on real routers. Yes, okay, cool. But I thought the other way would have, that first way would have worked. So I thought Packet Tracer did at least do that, but apparently it doesn't. So we're gonna copy, we're gonna run that command right there, copy TFTP flash, right? So remember, from TFTP, this guy right here, to the flash of this guy right here. So from and to, that's how you remember the syntax. Press enter. What's the IP address of the host? It is 192.168.1.2. What is the source file name? We're gonna go back on here and make sure we get the correct file name, right? This guy right here. So Control C, paste, press enter, and it says, do you want to save it as the same file name? Yes. You press enter, pray to the network gods, and it's copying over. Hopefully we got enough space. Yes, copied over. Perfect. So now we've done that, we do show version, and we'll see, we should change. Now notice, it says here system file image is that. What we need to do is change the boot statements. So right now, we have the new version on the flash, but we need to tell the router, don't boot the old image that was on there. We need to tell it next time you come up, make sure you are booting this iOS, the new one, right? So we got to go global config mode and say boot system, right? And then from there, hopefully this works on Packet Tracer. Where we boot system, like so, boot system, and then flash, right? Flash like this, and then the name of the file that we want to boot this time. So it is that right there. I have it on my clipboard, right? Press enter, and then we can show our boot statement with show boot, right? No, I don't think that works on here. Packet Tracer is killing me, man. Typically, you could put show boot system or boot flash, and then you could see what's the next, what's the image is gonna boot up next, right? Let's see. Let's copy, run, start. Does it at least show the boot marker? So you can do this too, right? Show run, and that'll tell you what it's gonna boot. The boot system command. You'll see sometimes in a real router, it'll say boot system marker start and boot system marker end, and between those two, it'll show you what it's gonna boot up next, which in this case is version 15, not 12. So that's correct. And you got to make sure you copy that to the running configuration to make sure that happens. Let's go ahead and reboot, pray to the network gods, and hope we are running that version, right? Because remember, last time we were running version, where is he at? Version 12? That's the system image file. We was running, where's he at? Right there, version 12. That's what it tells us right there. That's the version we're running, version 12. We want to make sure that it's going to run version 15, which was that guy right over there, version 15. So he said, trash talking Packet Tracer, but it ended up working anyways. Joke is on you, bro. It did work, but not the original way. Not original way, but, you know, the way that I tried to work. So there's, in other words, there's two ways you can do it. Just like Johnny just said, both ways work on real routers. So I tried one method. It's not supported on Packet Tracer. Tried the second method, which is what I said. It shows you a wizard. I just couldn't remember how to do it, and obviously that worked. So, joke's partially on me, Joseph, but yeah. You said you're late to the party, so I'll have to watch this from the beginning. It's all good, man. I appreciate you for tuning in. Y'all want me that like button, man. Let's go ahead and reload. Pray to the network gods, and see if we're booting up the new version. Nerdist guy. He's talking about jokes on me. How do you do it if it's a TAR file in production? And what's the deal with the extract command? Never had to do the extract command. I don't think I've ever had to deal with that. But yes, you can do it with a TAR file. I don't remember if that's something you got to do. Maybe that's what you got to do to extract it to make it be a bin file. But typically, routers and switches run the iOS in its bin file format. But yeah, I can't remember. Let's look that up, man. I'm not gonna make pretend I know. So let's see, tar versus bin. I know with the APs like access points and stuff like that. Tar versus bin, iOS. Let's see. Let's do that. iOS tar versus bin. Solved question. The bin is the bare image. So yeah, so basically, I think that's what you're saying. The extract is kind of like WinZip. It's almost like a zip file, but the bin is the bare image that you need to operate the switch. The tar file also contains this bin file and an additional set of HTML and other files that are needed to configure the switch via a web browser. So like if you have HTTP services enabled. Yes. And that's pretty much what he said there. Yep. So, but the extract command, I'm not sure. I'm assuming that's what you got to do to make it so that way you use the bare bin image file. But when you have it as tar, it's kind of like a zip file. It has extra stuff in it. So, but it looks like we're not in Ramon mode, and it looks like we're up and operating. Do a show version, and we'll see we are running version number 15. So we're good to go. Good to go. So we're in version 15. So we're good to go there, man. What we could do if we wanted to, back up our files and stuff like that. We could copy from the router, flash, to the TFTP if we wanted to. So that's another thing we could do as well. Anybody any questions or anything like that before we move on to the next one, which is using FTP? Remember, FTP uses different port numbers. What else? He said packet tracer is a simulator. It's a kind of a real router. Just keep in mind. Yes, exactly. Exactly. It is a simulator, not an emulator. So this is basically like fake ass routers and fake switches and stuff like that. So we're not running the real iOS. This is just enough for you to learn. Notice how there's two ways you could actually copy the via TFTP, and only one of them work. You see what I'm saying? So again, not the real way, but the way you can also do it, like what I tried to show y'all, which is, and that's how I normally do it at work. Copy TFTP, and then you do / like that, and then the IP address, which was 192.168.1.2, / the name of the file, which was that right there, and then you press enter, and it should ask you. It should start being able transferring the file just like that. Well, actually, after that, you got to do flash. That's where you're copying to, and then you press enter, and then it'll copy it. But that doesn't work obviously on packet tracer. So, that's pretty much it for that lab. Let's go ahead and start another one. I guess the thing that I learned here is that packet tracer has another limitation. I hope this lab was informative for you guys, and thank you for viewing. I sound like CBT Nuggets there now, right? But let me give it a couple minutes before we move on to the next what am I doing here? Did I close you guys? No, I didn't. There you go. What's port 21 again? FTP? Port 21 is TFTP? I believe it's FTP. One of them is 20, one is 21. I can't remember. I believe that's both FTP. FTP. Yeah, 20 and 21 is both FTP. One is for control and one is for the other one. I don't know. Let's Google it and find out together. But they're both, 20 and 21 is both FTP. I know that for sure. FTP port numbers. 21 is for control. Yes, exactly. And 20 is for data transfer. So, and then TFTP, I can't remember what was that. That was 69. I remember that one for some reason. I'll get the other one going in just a second here. That is where you can get that information, man. And I'm not being facetious or anything like that. That's exactly where I got it from. Wikipedia, my friend. Let's go ahead and get a new lab going. It's gonna be the same topology though, so you know what? Maybe we should keep this topology. No, I'm gonna do it from scratch, just in case nobody's watching. And for my man Joseph over there who just tuned in, right? So no, we're not gonna save this. We're gonna drag and drop another server, and we're gonna keep the same router, right? The 2811s, because we know we have both the old version and the new version. So Joseph, go ahead and drag and drop one server just like that, and one router just like this. Right? We're gonna go with the 2811 routers. I'm gonna zoom in for a little bit for any of y'all that are on the phones over there. I don't remember who was on the phone yesterday. Oh, that was Cisco ladder. I'm gonna go with a straight through. I don't know why they put when you do it automatically, it'll do the crossover cable, even though these are not like devices. He is 192.168.1.1. What is he? 1.2. And then the other guy, the router, he is 192.168.1. What was he? 1.1. Right? So, Joseph, I hope you're following along. I don't know if you're using packet tracer or real devices or what. Anybody in here, you actually using real hardware? Anybody? Yeah, I know. Like, I love my hardware. I would have done it with my hardware, but I don't like messing with the iOS and stuff like that. I don't want to mess it all up. Well, I ain't gonna mess it up. I should have done it. Oh, that's what it was. I would have had to run another TFTP software, which you may or may not have, and I didn't want to put y'all through all of that. You see what I'm saying? Like, I would have had to either have y'all get that TFTP application, install it on your computer, and do all this other shit. And I don't want to have y'all do all of that. When we have a server right here, you know, and drag and drop, and then it has the iOS images on it and everything like that. So it makes it easier for you guys and us to learn together. Joseph, he said he's on the phone. He is cooking dinner. Man, appreciate that, man. That's what you call a loyal subscriber, man. I appreciate that. This man cooking his food and watching me on his phone. So you make an excuse that you're not going to use packet tracer, Joseph? Well, I hope you know how to upgrade iOS, man. Remember, he is router 1. He is server 1. Anybody got any questions or anything so far? The last lab we did TFTP, which uses port number 69. It is UDP. TFTP also, these are just little fun facts you want to try to remember, stuff like that, because CCNA like to throw those questions at you. It is trivial, so therefore it's not as robust as FTP. It does not ask for a username and password. Now we're going to use FTP. If you have the lab guide, hopefully, and if you are just following on for the first time, this is the lab guide we use, 101 Cisco CCNA version 4. You can copy this from 101labs.net, or there's a link in the description box below. It is authored by Paul Browning, co-authored by Farad Tafa, who is a double CCIE. It is a very highly regarded certification, so he knows his shit, basically. So, Lab 78 is page number 347 in the book. Making sure you know how to upgrade iOS is one of the most important things you need to know. You will need another iOS to replace the current one, which I did not check for the last one, right? That's why I had to replace the router. Hopefully, this is a 2011, right? It is. Yep, it is. Let's go ahead and configure his IP address along with the other guy, right? And the host name. Joseph, what you cooking us for us today, man? What's on the menu? We're changing the host name. Y'all know how to do that. Configure T, right? Host name, he is R1. And the IP address of the interface, FA00, right? Interface FA00. IP address is 192.168.1.1. We're gonna, we gotta put the subnet mask. 255.255.0. No shut. Anybody got any questions or anything like that so far? Y'all want me to like button if y'all like what y'all see and stuff, man. Or if this stuff is too easy for y'all, don't worry, man. We're gonna get to the CCNP version of this. I'm just going back and reviewing the fundamentals. Like I said, I passed the CCNA about 3 years ago and stuff like that. It got extended because I took subsequent exams and stuff like that. So, like I said, I'm going back to the fundamentals, just reviewing some gaps that are in my knowledge, or any holes that I have in my knowledge. So I'm reviewing some of the fundamentals and stuff like that. Even David Bombal, who is a really big YouTuber in the computer networking field and stuff like that, he goes back to the fundamentals all the time, and he ain't got ain't no shame in his game. So when you see that, that's like, and he's like a CCIE too. So props to him for that. The server, we need to give him the IP address. He is 192.168.1.2. Fat Finger Squad in the building. Notice I got that error, right? 192.168.1.2. That is that guy. Let's make sure that the router, this guy right here, can ping the TFTP server. So right, dude, let's go ahead and do that. Ping 192.168.1.2. Get on our knees, pray to the network gods, and got a reply. Good. 80%. Let's ping it again, because remember, it drops that first ARP. Drops that first packet because of ARP, and now we got 5 out of 5 pings, right? That's what we hope to see there. 5 exclamation points. Joseph is using his imagination. Using your imagination to cook too? Or was that the last, that was your last message. Where we at here? Where we at? Let me make him, put him up some. Put these guys up some. Just so we can see. Y'all can see. So task number, that was task 1. It was also task 2, the IP address. Task 1 was the host name. Task 3 is to basically copy the iOS file. So we're going to do the same exact thing, but we're using TFTP services, right? Remember, the only difference is different port numbers, different protocols. So this one, TFTP uses, FTP uses port number 21 and 22. No, 20 and 21. It's also going to ask for a username password. How do we do that? We need to go on the server and configure FTP, right? So let's go to services, right? You go to server and go to services, and we're going to go to what? TFTP? No. FTP? Yes. That's what we're looking for. Make sure that it's on, right? Not off. We gotta make sure FTP services are on. And remember, it's going to look different on a real like TFTP server and stuff like that. This is just something for you to learn, right? We're going to set up a username password, right? Let's call it, let's say NetworkBruh. No, let's call it Joseph B1. Joseph B1, right? The password is going to be Cisco123, all lowercase. We're going to give him all permissions. He's going to be able to use, read, write. He can also delete, rename, and list files. There's also a username password already in here too. It's Cisco, so we could do that. But we're gonna use the other guy that we created, and I forgot, and I erased it. So let's do this. User account is configured already. Let's do another one. We said it was gonna be Joseph B, and then Cisco 123. We're gonna add that. All right, so that is the username password we're gonna use. Here are the files that are in the TFTP or FTP, right? We need to go from what, version 12 to version 15? We're gonna do the same thing, right? He is now currently running version 12, right? Version 12. We're gonna upgrade it to version 15, which is, where is that? This is the 2800 router, right? Version 15, that right there. So we'll copy that. Control C. He said, yes, all permissions. Yes, we're gonna give you all permission, Joseph. Let's what we gonna do now? So we create a username password, and we're gonna get prompted for it. So we're gonna say copy TFTP. No, my bad, not TFTP, FTP this time, right? So FTP, and then I guess you gotta just do flash, because that's how it works on this. Press enter, and it's gonna ask you for the address for the host, 192.168.1.2. What's the source file name? I got it on my clipboard, so I'm gonna right click, paste. Press enter. What's the destination file name? We're gonna leave that as is. That is the default. He's asking you, hey, do you want to name it this? Yes. So we press enter. It's gonna save it as that. Press enter. The password is not set. Please set and try again. That's what we got to do. So that's what I got to remember, because I typically don't use FTP. I usually use TFTP at work. So we got to create username password on here. So username, right? We got to create it on here. Isn't that what we got to do? I believe that's what you got to do. Joseph B. And then. No, that's not what you got to do. You got to go to the... Damn. See, I forgot how to do this now. I typically don't use FTP. I think you got to do this on the iOS, on the command line, and then copy it over, don't you? No. Let's do this. Let's do this. So password, we said was all lowercase. So Cisco123. Hopefully that works that way, right? Because I can't remember. I can't even remember. Let's try that again. The address was 192.168.1.2. No, I think you got to go to... No, that'll just give you... I'm tempted to go to the solution guide, but I'm trying to do it without the solution guide. Let's see. Address of the host is 1.2. The source file name, we got it on the clipboard. Paste. Press enter. Destination file name is that. Yes. Username, password is not set. I thought we did that. Jesus. Okay, so do you gotta do? Damn, I can't remember how to do. See, I usually don't do TFTP, FTP very often. Are there other commands that you gotta do to FTP? Create a username, password, because we used it. We did it on the server. Let's see. Services, FTP. We said username, password is not set, even though we did it right there. And we saved it there. He got full permissions. Let's do this. Let's go on the command line. No, what I was gonna do is go grab a router. I mean a PC. That's what you got to do. You know what? This got a different. Yes, I forgot. No, this is not it. Let me see. I was gonna say. I think it had a different. No, it doesn't have. It's the same topology. 1.1 and 1.2. Let's see. Let me look at the solution guide because I can't even remember how to do this shit. Let's see. Oh, you gotta do IP and then FTP. Password. Huh. I forgot about that one. I guess that's from the device. Okay, so this is what you got to do. This is why I go back to the fundamentals. Because like I said, I do TFTP all the time at work. I really don't use FTP. So you do IP, FTP. And it don't look like that's supported on here. Oh, you got to go to global config mode. Okay, let's see. IP, FTP. There you go. And then the password. Specify the password and the username. That's what you got to do. Bruh. Y'all with me here so far? Do you need to declare FTP address on the CLI? I think, yes, once we go through that wizard like we were doing right here, that's when you declare who you're getting the iOS from. So, but my issue was I didn't know where to create that username and password. We created it on the server, but we also need to create it on the router. And I thought this is how we did it, like this, like I did right here. But that's not how you do it. You have to actually do IP, FTP, and then the username and password. And I don't even remember this like at all, because like I said, I never do FTP at work, and I don't even remember that from a long time ago. So does FTP, which one is encrypted and which one is not encrypted? Let's see. Look at this shit. FTP was introduced 50 years ago, bro. This is a very, very, very old protocol, obviously. That's crazy. Shit was invented in 1971, y'all. That's probably why people don't really use that as much anymore. I think they still use it, but I'm trying to figure out. So, okay, so FTPS is the secured version of it, but it's an outdated standard, implicit FTPS. What was I looking for, though? Oh, well, I'm going off topic here. What was I doing? We got to do the password and the username. So username is Joseph B. And then you got to type in IP, FTP, password. Come on, man. Oh, that's because it's an ambiguous command. Password, Cisco 123, just like that. And then I think that's all we got to do. So now let's try that again. Copy TFTP flash, right? So, and see the IP FTP command, like I totally forgot about it. I don't even remember that at all, to be honest with you. Again, that's why I go back to the fundamentals. So, and there ain't no shame in my game. 192.168.1.2. Press enter. What is the source file name? I got it on the clipboard, right? Yes, version 15. Make sure that's correct. Right, press enter. What's the destination file name? Destination file name? Yes, we want to save it as that. Press enter. We're accessing it. Look at there. We got little blink lights there. It looked like we're doing something. He's taking his sweet time. I hope Packet Tracer ain't gonna crash on me here. That's crazy. Unless they really trying to be realistic and shit. Oh, we don't have enough space on this. We don't have enough space on here. Let's see. And my computer is over here wigging out and stuff. Did we crash it? What did we do? He's taking his sweet time. It typically don't take that long. Not on no simulator. I hope we didn't crash this thing, man. I might have to reboot this thing. We did save it to the flash, right? No, I don't think we did a copy run start yet. And I can't even get out of this. I might have crashed this motherfucker. That's crazy. I've never seen this. Unless you like turn off spanning tree. That's the only time I've seen something like this. It should not take that long, y'all. Accessing 1.2. That's the file name. Buffering. Nah, it is buffering, but it shouldn't take that long. Not no packet tracer. Maybe on a real device. That's crazy. I think it's a bug. You think so? It might be, because I can't even control Z out this mug. That's crazy. Let's turn this bad boy off and see what happens. If not, then I might have to do this shit over again. I thought we was gonna be able to get through this lab quickly. Turn him off. Right, let's go back into the CLI. Must be powered on. Okay, cool. Let's power him on. Go to the CLI. We'll try that again. But you know what? I'm gonna delete. No, that is what we need. We do need that username and password there. So, oh, we gotta do all that crap over again. Well, it wasn't much. It wasn't really much. That's crazy though. No. Enable. Global config mode. Oh, come on. You're killing me. All right. Let's get through this quickly, y'all. R1, right? IP address. Interface. FA00. His IP address is 192.168.1.1.1. No shut. All right. Make sure we can ping. Can we ping the other guy? We can. Let's write to memory. What else we needed to do? We needed to copy TFTP. Let me do this though. Let me get rid of. You do need this though on the server. So that's crazy. Let's do this. I'm gonna remove Joseph. Maybe Joseph wigging out on us, and let's just use the Cisco password. Let's do that. So we're gonna go to global config mode, IP TFTP or FTP, username Cisco, IP FTP, password Cisco, right? And then copy FTP flash. Did I do that? Did I do that last time? Copy FTP flash? Or did I do TFTP? Let me make sure. Before it crashed, remember? Before it crashed, I did copy FTP to flash, yes. And then it crashed right in here somewhere. So let's do that. Let's see. He said there wasn't no username and password on here. What is the address? 192.168.1.2. Source file name, we got it in our clipboard. Press enter. Press enter. That's crazy. It's supposed to start copying right there. It's stuck. You think it's a bug? Nah, man. I've seen FTP work before on Packet Tracer, man. That's crazy. Anyway, if that is a bug, if that happened to be a bug, when the reboot process ends, it'll be running in new code. In the video, he used copy. You know what? We probably should delete the other file that's on there, because that's what he didn't just say. If there is insufficient room for more than one iOS, you will be prompted to erase the current iOS. Well, he's not prompting shit. He's just crashing on us right here. So let's do this. I'm going to turn him off and turn him back on again. It's crazy, man. I thought we was going to run through this real quick, man. Packet tracer giving us like some, I don't know if it's really trying to, we did save it this time though. So let's do the same thing, but we're going to delete the flash that's on there, right? Right. So let's delete flash. What's the name of the file? Let's we don't know yet because we need to dir flash. See what's on there. What's the name of the file? This guy right here. This guy we need to delete. Maybe that's the reason why it's crashing. I don't know. Does anybody have any he said in real life it can take up to 20 minutes, but FTP is not showing anything. I don't know. That's true. It can take a long time. That is very true. FTP is pretty slow. But we would have at least seen some, I think, at least those exclamation points when it's transferring the file. That's crazy. I didn't think packet tracer would run into issues like this. So we're gonna delete that file from flash. Press. Let's see. Can you do it this way? No, you can't. Typically, you should be able to. So delete flash. Go through the wizard. What's the name of the file? That guy right there. Are you sure you want to delete it? Yes, we do. Let's do a dir flash. Let's see what's in there. Now we only got those 2 files instead of all 3 of those files, right? So now let's see if we can copy from FTP to the flash from what address? 192.168.1.2. And if this doesn't work, we're just gonna call it a night. Press enter. What's the source file name? Not this guy, but version 15. Where is he at? Let's go to the clipboard or the other guy. No, there he is right there. This guy right here. Copy. And paste that guy. Paste. Enter. Destination file name is that. And he errored out that time. No such account. Interesting. Okay, so now he said error FTP that no such account. That's because we only did Cisco. Oh, we didn't do Cisco on here, did we? Yeah, we did. Let's do a show run real quick. Show run. Oh, we didn't save it. So it looks like it's working this time. Yes, we did. Username is Joseph B. Cisco's 123. Okay, so that is what we got to do. Let's put him back on here. Joseph B. Cisco 123. Add. Crazy, man. Crazy. He's saved on there. Let's try that again. Copy TFTP flash 192.168.1.2. Press enter. Source file name. He is here. Press enter. Pray to the network gods. Yo, that's crazy. It's just hanging there. Remember that error we saw? He said that there was no such thing as that username and password earlier, which was that right there. There was an error, and now it's correct. I don't know. I don't think Packet Tracer is a pretty good simulator. It does simulate a lot of things in real life. You could go to the physical device and see what the actual device looks like, just in case you don't know what a 2811 is, right? But unless Cisco is really trying to make FTP realistic here, then this shit ain't working. Because I see the blinkety lights right here, and I don't see anything being transferred. So we'll give it a couple minutes, and then we'll call it a night, because unless y'all want to do another lab after this, y'all let me know. Next thing is enabling HTTP access. No, I think we'll save that for the next. We'll save that for tomorrow. Because HTTP access, you can't do it on you can't actually do that on a whatchamacallit, on Packet Tracer. He said in real life, yeah, in real life it can take up to 20 minutes, but did Cisco really try to make this shit like real life on this simulator here? Am I missing something here? We can't see. Usually, if you're using a real FTP software or TFTP software, like say this one right here, what was it, TFTPD? This one right here, it will take a while, but you can at least see a progress bar, let you know how far you are into the transfer of the file. So he is accessing it. We was able to ping it. That's crazy. Y'all know what I might do? I might just let this shit run. And if y'all want a, just in case I don't give y'all any cliffhangers, I'll let you guys know in the Discord server if it actually transferred, it did transfer the file. But you got the gist of it. Hopefully, if you guys have any questions, you can hit me up on the Discord server, or, you know, I'll stick around for a little bit and let y'all know what's up, man, because that's crazy, though. So I would have thought, there ain't no way this shit that damn realistic, because I do see it. It looked like it's transferring, you know, because of these lights and stuff like that, blinking like that. But, nah, it shouldn't take that long. How about this? There's also a simulation feature where you can, like, fast forward, right? See, I say simulation, real time and stuff like that. Let's say capture and then fast forward. So he is transferring the files right there. We can do this. Let me see. This kind of starts over again. Power cycles it. We don't want that. What I want is to let's go back to real time. Oh, see, if we go back to real time, buffer is full. Just like you said, it was buffering, man. That's crazy. Yeah. Let's see. Clear event list. We're trying to go back to real time. There it is right there. This is the fast forward time. Boom. So he's fast forwarding. Did we get the file? Still taking forever. What happens if you keep clicking fast forward? Fast forward. Fast forward. Fast forward. Y'all see what it's doing there? I press fast forward a bunch of times. You see, it's saying it's 23 minutes so far that elapsed. How much more time? 23:15. That's crazy, man. Nah, I don't think that's copying over, man. That's crazy. I was gonna let it run, but nah, I don't think that's it, bro. Let's that's the link to the Discord server in case you guys. I'll probably let y'all know in the group chat or whatever. Let y'all know if that file actually copied over. I may just let this run over. Nah, I ain't gonna run and let it overnight. This thing ain't copying over. Again, Packet Tracer is a simulator. There is some bugs. Let me Google that real quick. That's another part of your engineering skills too. Learn how to Google shit, right? So let's see. FTP Packet Tracer. Let's see if anybody ran into issues. How to configure it. Yes, how to configure. We got some people saying how to configure. I do see some people asking how to configure it. But I don't see nobody saying that they ran into issues or any bugs. So how do you configure it? Excuse me. Y'all know what time it is, man. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of research and see if Packet Tracer does actually work. It should work, because I see some other YouTubers and stuff like that putting videos and showing how to FTP works, man. But obviously it keeps freezing up on me, so I don't know what the deal is, man. Unless I'm doing something wrong, or unless you guys know what I'm doing wrong here. But anyways, for now, comment, like, subscribe to the network.